So it's important for you to understand that having both a need and the financial means to do so doesn't qualify you or qualify your loved one for admission into the assisted living facility. The social worker is going to play a key role in determining whether or not your loved one, the patient, is a good fit. And here's how the process goes. There's going to be, first of all, a staff interview. This means that the social worker is going to speak with staff members of, the patient's current assisted living facility, or if they're getting in-home care, they're going to talk to the in-home care provider, because what they want to understand is how your loved one does socially. What are those interactions like? What are the personality traits? If there are any conflicts with the caregiver, whether it's, as I said, in home care or in an assisted living situation, they want to know. They also want to know how well, your loved one participates in therapies, whether or not they're consistently taking their medications. If there are any personality issues with other residents, they're going to dig deep and peel back the onion if there is something to be peeled. So keep this in mind. Once they decide to move forward, then there's going to be the patient conversation. And this is where the social worker is going to meet with your loved one on one. You're not going to be involved in it, or at least in my opinion, you shouldn't be. Because again, what's important is transparency and candor. And what they're trying to do is determine whether or not your loved one is going to be a good fit. And here's the thing, sometimes a person is not. Okay. We got turned down on one or two, and it had nothing to do with any type of racial component, with any type of cultural component. They just felt like, you know what, for her needs, she's probably going to be a better fit someone else. And they were nice enough to help us with the conversations. But I'm just preparing you for this because I know, especially in this day and age, everyone, is looking for a boogeyman. They're looking to point the finger. No, stand on your own 2 feet. Let your loved ones stand on theirs as best they can. You're there to support them. You're there to fill in the gaps. You're not there to speak for them in this particular instance unless they cannot speak for themselves. Okay. So give them that opportunity. If there's a situation where they need memory care assistance, the social worker is going to evaluate them and make a determination whether or not they need that higher level of care in a facility and help you with the care plan. So just be aware. As I said before, transparency is paramount. So it's important that you let your loved one handle the conversation, but be candid, be honest. Don't color anything up. But by the same token, don't shoot yourself in the foot, by giving them information that they're not asking for. And then after it's all over, what's more than likely going to happen once they pass is that they're going to schedule now your loved one to come in and meet face to face with other residents, tour the facility, and get a feel for it, see how they like it. And believe me, this is something that can be emotional because when you think about it, your loved one, they've been at home with in-home care, they've had that freedom to really come and go, so to speak, as they please. You're going to lose the autonomy of having your own place, right? And now you're in a situation where you are in a larger place with other people, other strangers, learning how to be friends. So after all those evaluations are over, make sure that you take some time to make yourself accessible to your loved one. Acknowledge that accepting this change is difficult. And I've said this before, I strongly believe this. There's a grieving process that goes along with this for them. Um, Actually, I would say there's a grieving process that goes along with this for both of you, because as the child of a parent going into this situation and having to coordinate it and facilitate it and drive it, I have those pangs, that hit me every now and then. Yeah, I'm just being candid, and you probably will too. So encourage open and honest communication and make sure that they're not feeling any pressure to, make this move because you want them out of your life. You're tired of them. No, you're doing this because you're trying to put them in the best situation to be safe and sound. Okay, that's just it. So be very patient every step of the way. It's hard, but as I said before, man up or woman up, and don't bring any baggage into the situation that shouldn't be there. Okay, especially emotionally, because what you end up doing unknowingly, and it's not intentional, but unknowingly, you project, and what you project, you get back, and then everybody gets it. Okay, so be patient with yourself. Take a little extra time and get comfortable being uncomfortable. And the next topic we're going to talk about is really going to be uncomfortable because we're going to talk about downsizing and preparation. We're going to talk about letting things go. All right. Keep lifting as you climb. Thanks for your time.